Welcome back. My name is Luke Ford, and today you are watching the Boys Fantasy Football Breakdown. Well, I eat food. This week is brought to you by chicken fried rice, Hy-Vee purified drinking water. So let's get started with this week's top performer, Traylon Williams, as the Butumptuous McGee's. Traylon starting out 1-0 after beating Sean Ramirez 162.8 to 106.64. Traylon's top performer this week was the Cowboys defense as a whole. Cowboys defense scored 35 points in total. He also had Austin Eckler scoring 26 and Christian McCaffrey scoring 25. So, great performance by Traylon Williams, scoring the most points in the league that we've seen so far in week one. This week's worst performer, his best performance was a 20.3 performance by Bijan Robinson. Patrick Mahomes, his first round draft pick, grabbed himself 54 points. And A.J. Brown, it looks like, got himself 14.9 points. In the other game, Mickey Dix of Alex Drever beat the Fordville Cockknockers 128.64 to 118.18. Mickey Dix, top performers were Justin Jefferson at 24 points, Tony Pollard, 22 points, and Amon St. Brown, 19. Fordville had the best performer of the week with 44.5 points, and Tyreek Hill. What an absolute great performance. Stephon Diggs, 26.2 points, and Derrick Henry with 13.9 points. And ultimately, there was not very good performances this week from a lot of players around the league. If you used your basic ESPN FPI projector, you probably didn't do very good this week. Our takeaways after week one. My biggest takeaways here, it's going to be Traylon Williams is going to finish with over 9 wins. You know, he looked great in the week one. He plays Sean quite a few more times. And Sean, that's a game that everyone's going to have to take advantage of this year. Sean last year was not very good. He finished last in the regular season, and it looks like he might be finishing last again in this year's regular season. It's only week one, though, but we really didn't see a great performance out of his team. And that brings me into my next takeaway. It's going to be Sean Ramirez finishes with under 6 wins. Under 6 wins just because of the way his team played this week. It just didn't look great. He every year he seems to be the one that everyone's just racking up their win total on, and it just has to be. He has to be able to set his team good. He has to be able to stay up with the news, and he has to be able to just make sure his team does what it has to do to get wins. But it doesn't look like it after week one, after a 50-point blowout from Traylon Williams. That takes me to my next takeaway. Are the Fordville Cockknockers going to be able to set their team every week? Because after myself saying this was the year that I was going to finally set my team, I did still find a way to not take out Travis Kelce before his game, and that ultimately, ended up kind of affecting me a lot. And Fordville Cockknockers, with the awful performance of Joe Burrow grabbing himself 3 points and Travis Kelce being left in the roster in the lineup, he still was able to get this game within 10 points. That just kind of shows how bad the Mickey Dix really did this week. And Tyreek Hill really did carry. But this is something that's going to have to be taken into next week. So let's get into some predictions for next week. As we're heading into week 2, the Butumptuous McGee's are taking on the Fordville Cockknockers. The projected total right now, it has Butumptuous McGee's winning this one by 5 points. Teams have not been completely set. We still got a lot leading up to that. So it's going to be something that just needs to be looked at constantly. And it looks like the projected leader for Butumptuous is going to be Jalen Hurts. I don't know how much I agree with that one. He didn't look great in this week. Juicy Wubby Bubby, he's just got to get his team going this week. He's projected only 130, and he just needs to set that lineup and figure out what he wants to do with that. Mickey Dix, who are projected to win that game. Josh Allen, projected to lead the team with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I mean, this is just, we need to see a performance from Sean Ramirez this week. My predictions is we're probably going to see a Fordville Cockknockers victory this week. it seems like the heavy upset right now. I think it's going to be about 135 to, I'd say, about 122. That's what I'm thinking this victory is going to look like for the Fortville Cockknockers in my prediction. And I think the Mickey Dicks are going to pull away with a 160-point win to the Juicy Wubby Bubby 110 points. Thanks for joining this week's fantasy football breakdown of week 1.
Protection breaks down and time runs out. Down goes Rodgers in the second. The former first round